One of the single greatest things in the world is that I am not a member of the dating pool anymore. It is exhausting. It is difficult. I can't tell you how much I love the fact that I not only have a wife, but I have a super cool wife.
You do have a super cool wife.
It is lovely. But Leah, people that are out there in the dating world, they are exhausted.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if you ever had done any online dating at one point, but like I had done my stint on the dating apps, and at first it's so weird because it feels so shallow that you're like, all I really have is a couple of bullet points and a picture of this person, and your first instinct is based off the picture. You see somebody and you're like, they're my type, they're not my type.
But that's the same thing that happens if you come across somebody in a coffee shop. Like, you don't have a lot of information.
This is true, but usually if you come across somebody at the coffee shop, like maybe a conversation gets struck up and then you're listening, you're like, oh, this person has a little more going on than maybe I was too judgmental to see. But online dating can feel exhausting, and it's not just in your head. There's a science behind why swiping feels like constant nitpicking. Dating apps are designed for lightning fast judgments, often made in less than a second per profile. The swipe mechanics act like a game, rewarding users with the thrill of a match, which keeps people scrolling endlessly. There really isn't like an end game in sight, physically speaking, when you're swiping through the apps.
Well, it depends on how big the city you live in. Because,
also true.
Because if you live in a smaller area, you can go through every one of those options pretty quick, and then you're just like, well, do I need to change my parameters now? What is going on here?
The way that every single match from Tinder when I was on it was in like Philly or I was like, well, this isn't my brain.
Like you go through everybody in your neighborhood, then everybody in your town, then the county, then the state, then you're like, is DC or Philly or Baltimore too far?
Delaware is a little
like,
on the
does all of America count?
Right. No parameters. How about that? But because of the sheer speed and volume of decisions, our brains rely on shortcuts such as appearance or quick cues rather than thoughtful evaluation. This can make users feel unusually picky, even where if your standards aren't necessarily extreme, you're still going to feel a little bit pickier when you're combing through the apps. Experts suggest that focusing on real deal breakers versus minor preferences, shifting the mindset to ask, could I enjoy spending time with this person, and taking breaks from the apps can all help counter the feeling of the endless nitpicking. Because that's what it does feel like. Like, it felt like at first I was like, man, am I really shallow and I'm like picking this person apart? Because on apps it does gamify it a little bit.
It gamifies it, but you know what? It also does clarify certain things for you. What are you looking for? Oh, I can see that this person does X, Y, or Z that I don't like.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if I run into them in person, it'd be different, but for right now, I only know these small things about them, and that's a deal breaker for me, so I'm out. Now, I have seen a lot of different things that point out how many, especially on the women's side of things, how many women are basically looking at that top 10% band of the men, and then like the other 90% are just a write-off right away, which makes it difficult for the apps to be successful in any way, shape, or form.
I think it's also interesting because I think for women, dating apps are a team sport. Whereas I think for guys, you tend to swipe through as an individual, but as a woman, you're usually with all your friends and you're combing through, and then that's when you get all of their opinions of, oh, well, he doesn't have any pictures with any friends, so he must be this, or, oh, he's got a picture with another woman in there, you better hope it's his sister, or, it's like,
most men don't understand that they're at a group interview.
They have no idea that this is a team activity. And I think that can also, for better or worse, cloud your own judgment too, because you haven't met this person yet. You can't come back to your friends with a full report and say, oh, he's cute and he likes this and he likes that. And then they're going to do their research and nitpick, but you don't get the opportunity to do the initial round of vetting when online dating is happening. So I think you are flooded with a lot of other people's voices and opinions before you even get a chance to meet face to face.
Well, and it's funny because if that is let's call it the overgeneralized female side, the overgeneralized male side, and there's entire GIFs that show this. It's just yes, yes, yes. We're just putting out a lot of lures and seeing if any bites come back. Then we'll evaluate if there's anything going on there. But right now, we're just casting to see if anything comes back.
Exactly. So you can see, I think, why there is that universal just exhaustion when it comes to dealing with the dating apps. So maybe put them down for a while, do a little introspective thinking, and see.
I'm going to disagree there.
Okay.
I think that you should go out and do the real life stuff
Yeah.
as much as possible. But if you are single, just doing anything to try to meet other people, and maybe it turns into a relationship, or maybe it just becomes somebody you meet, this doesn't work, but we're friends, we get along, or maybe it's just good to go on some dates, have them be bad dates.
That's
and
true.
learn
Bad dates are a
from
learning
them.
curve.
Like, I just think people connecting in any way, shape, online, offline, at church, whatever it might be, however, any place that you can start to make those connections. I think that it's so easy today to stay in our little cubby holes,
true.
our little hobbit homes, and not go out and do anything, that even if it's just online dating, I think there is some benefit to it.
That's true. I don't disagree with you there. I think it just maybe if you are exhausted by the dating aspect, maybe to narrow down the things that you're really looking for in a person. But if you are just kind of playing the field, by all means, go out there, see who you meet. But there you have it, the dating apps. When we get back on Coast Life, though, maybe you're thinking about what you're going to watch on TV tonight when you're done watching us here on Coast Life. Well, we've got some answers for you on the way.